They were in action last week and they took place in the Donate Life round and lost 4-3 to the ladder-leading Lennox Athletic Club. So contest to take place now will be a good one and an exciting one. So it looks like the Aces will get us kicked off and underway, and they will be going left to right on your screens. The Aces in their yellow and black stripes, and AZZURI FC are in their sky blue. So moments away from kickoff we are now. Some changes into the Aces lineup, of course, with a quick turnover on Tuesday, but they're back at it now. Ready to go. They are in the middle. And off they kick off. Acquirer back to Clifford Maynard. Now Wright, who had a solid game on Tuesday evening as well. This ball gets lobbed forward, looking for Acquirer, and that will go out of play. So an Aces throw coming up. Notable change in the AZZURI lineup as well. Joshua Minucci back in goals this evening. Lachlan Ray Chadri, who has made the #1 shirt his own, out of the side, we're being told due to work commitments. So Minucci back into the starting 11 as the ball looks to go forward for Makuju. Barnard reads that well, and he was very solid on Tuesday as well. In comes Bakana. Bakana plays the ball forward. Safari Makuju with pace. Might look to whip one across goal. Instead, he tries to take on Bird. Ball across and out of play and behind by Clifford Maynard for a corner kick. So they're very potent going forward. AZZURI FC, very, very quick. And I look to utilise that many times going forward. So corner kick here. It looks to be played in. Here's Bakana with the delivery. In he goes, looking for a header there. Back post. James Carr gets to the end of it. Look to whip it back across. It will find into the box. Headed out by Cameron. Bakana on the edge. He'll go forward and a free kick will be drawn. Right, bringing Bakana to ground. So set piece opportunity for AZZURI early doors. Here in lay may be a chance for AZZURI. So it looks like Callum Kerr over this one. The AZZURI skipper. He'll look to try and curl it perhaps over the wall. Mondol behind there, ready to go. Kerr, he does it. Oh, and it's narrowly wide. Almost coming off there. Corner kick, the signal, so must have deflected off the top of the wall going through. Referee spotted a touch by an Aces man. So corner kick comes short, looks for Saeed. He'll proceed back to the taker in Bakana. He looks inside for Callum Kerr, turns well, looks to come past Tan, and Tan clears wide. Here is Cameron. He'll send this ball forward. Masha Mango's there, and he'll just heed the ball out, concede possession. Thrifty with the throw. He'll look to head long. Saeed might be caught out here. Acquirer, and Saeed does well just to put it out into touch. Of course, Acquirer previously, before he was a Darwin Hearts player last year, but prior to that he was an AZZURI player. So, and Sorts, one of his former clubs, Uche Acquirer, as Masha Mango is being backed into a wall here by Wright. Instead, he just opts for the back heel out of play. A throw in for Mindil. Forward very deep here in an attacking position. Cameron, and first time cross is not quite attractive as it needed to be. So just out and behind for an AZZURI goal kick. He has been very efficient and effective, Minucci, in his games that he has played. Albeit a fairly young goalkeeper, he has shown experience above his years. And a welcomed addition back into the starting 11. Possession's given away here. Prifty might come over the top. You've got Cameron, might strike first. High boot there. And corner kick isn't given. I thought by all awares James Cameron played that off the goalkeeper. Petitioning for the corner, and I think he has a valid point there, James Cameron. The referee gives a goal kick, so Minucci comes out of defence. Here is James Carr. Looks wide, but again, possession will be conceded. Instead, Aquara gives it away. Now it's Mashamango trying to get past McDowell. Mashamango back to Pablo here, but not the Gabriel or Gabe variety. It's Justin Pablo, his younger brother, in the lineup. Now Thomas Bird comes across to Barnard. Matthew Barnard still on the ball. Nice, long, penetrating pass, but it's cut off there by Adil Saeed, then to Nabi, and now back out wide to Saeed. Comes past Cameron. He looked forward and finds Gabe Pablo. Back to Adil Saeed. Further across into the centre. Here is James Carr. Ball forward, looking to find Atif Saeed, but Matthew Mifsud picks it off. Now Kane McDowell. Comes back for Maynard to McDowell. Further back to Bird. Take possession with a lot of time and proceed forward. Mifsud made the attacking run. Saeed back to Nabi, and now Carr. Shamango back here for Pablo. Looking to turn cleverly on the ball. There was Atif Saeed, didn't quite work out. Aquara back to Prifty. Over the top there for Mifsud, but the offside flag's given. So that Aces play can't quite find the right card there. So just a free kick for AZZURI. Moves forward. Getting there was Bird off of Makuju, still with Thomas Bird. Out of defence, he is James Cameron. Now Matthew Wright. Cameron going to turn past Nabi and Pablo. Israel Tan gets in there, but possession's conceded to Adil Saeed. He was trying to run down the line and plays it off of Wright. Does well. Retains possession via the form of a throw-in. Saeed looks to go down that line. So eventually look to come to Makuju. And free kick given to AZZURI. And so Adil Saeed with this ball. A little too far to strike. He attempts to do so as Mondol makes a comfortable save. Wright will look to drive down the line. Plays a pass, picked off by Saeed. Bakana's there as well. He looks to thread a pass for Atif Saeed. Still with Atif Saeed. In here for Callum Kerr. Further wide for Adil Saeed. To take it past Cameron. Safari Makuju looks to go down the line past Barnard. Ball comes inside and Clifford Maynard had to stand in the way. And he gets contact onto the ball and puts it out and behind. So corner kick again for AZZURI FC. It's Sumbleman Bakana to take. Comes the delivery. Front post there's right. Little forward to Saeed. Back out wide for Bakana. Ball played inside. Deflected off an Aces player. Referee says play on, not handball. As Acquira looking to pace forward. His ball looking to try and find Prifty. Not quite successful as Pablo is in there. Callum Kerr. Ball wide to Pablo. Further back heel doesn't quite find Bakana. Now it's McDowell. Right into the centre for Clifford Maynor. Now Thomas Bird. Going to play it out, the Aces, but then there is Justin Pablo. And Dylan Nabby. Going to play an outside ball. And pressure being applied onto Mifsud as his ball finds its way to Mondol, and Mondol clears down the line. Pablo will arrive, Israel Tan as well. And handball conceded. Free kick for AZZURI. Bit of a shove in there by Pablo, trying to get the ball back for the quick free kick. Not appreciated by the Aces there. So free kick for AZZURI. James Carr piling this one forward. And Wright gets the header. So another AZZURI corner. A lot of those in the opening 10.5 minutes. There have been a few of as well for the Aces, but certainly AZZURI starting to pile up the corner kicks in that statistic. And so Kana look to deliver another one to the box. Goes curling inside, pushed out of it. Referee says a push against AZZURI. So Mindil free kick inside the box. Bird comes wide. He's right. McDowell forward. Hard running by Cameron. Saeed will stay with him as Cameron cuts inside. Looking to come past Callum Kerr. Not quite successful as Saeed looks to play it wide. Pablo getting in there on Barnard. It'll be a AZZURI throw. Dil Saeed throws in for Pablo and goes out for a Mindil throw this time. Down the line looking to find Acquira. Kerr gets in there, now Pablo turns away from Acquira and his ball is played forward. Safari Makuju. Barnard's there with him. He'll go back to Bird. Bird lofts this forward. Cameron back to right. Goes forward and the ball had gone out, says the referee. Saeed forward. Another throw. Makuju turning on Clifford Maynor and advancing down the line, keeps it alive. Safari Makuju still alive here. Heel looking to flick inside, and another corner for AZZURI. Certainly racking up in these early stages. We know that they're very potent going forward in attack. Humble man Bakana and Safari Makuju, some of their best scorers. There's another man who's slowly entering the box, number 10. James Carr has been very proficient goal scoring for a while. Look to try and get his head on the end of this. Needs to find an option first though. Humble man Bakana. In comes the delivery. It's high, it's lofted. Headed out by Bird. Mifsud lifts it further forward. Prifty brings it down. Injury Prifty. Now Acquira bobbles up slightly. And a couple AZZURI players call the danger. Dylan Nabby out wide now for Atif Saeed. Now Justin Pablo. He'll knock it all the way back to Minucci. Short to Pablo. Justin Pablo still. Now James Carr. Lofting this one forward with a lot of distance. Right, he'll come back to Mondol. Puts his foot up to get the clearance. Maynard heads forward. Dylan Nabby the other way. Gabriel Pablo looks to bring it down and spins away from Clifford Maynard. His ball out wide, not successful. Mifsud brings it down. Now Prifty. He'll head back to the left back. Turn inside, back to Bird, and just an aimless ball forward. Looking for Israel Tan, but Mashamanga will just escort this through to Callum Kerr. Turn away from danger. Now Adil Saeed looking to get around Cameron. Still with Adil Saeed. Israel Tan, right. And a free kick will be going the way of the Aces. So win certainly required or sought after for Mindil, as I mentioned earlier, just to keep in distance with Hellenic at the top of the pile and really solidify their place in the top four. Of course, AZZURI pretty much buying for the same sort of ticket, except looking to close the gap to the Aces and Casuarina, who currently sit 3 points atop as the ball is played in dangerously. And the offside flag raises, nevertheless, to bring an end to that attacking passage. Callum Kerr, wide to Saeed. Now inside, Saeed looked for Pablo, but Maynard is in the way. McDowell. Israel Tan looks wider. Atif Saeed picks off the pass and plays it back. Needs to get across there, James Carr, and does. Hoofs it forward. Thomas Bird's there. He'll look to come inside. Matthew Barnard takes possession, goes back to Bird. Bird all the way to Mondol. Now Barnard. Short to Cameron. Turns away with possession. He'll look to accelerate away. Further across, the screaming run was made by Mifsud. Now, here is Endri Prifty looking for Tan. The referee cuts that off, and yellow card will be shown here to Pablo. Came in and put in a hefty challenge on Israel Tan. See this replay. Came in there rashly there from behind. Yellow card certainly justified there from the referee. And so free kick here, early doors. 17.5 minutes gone on the North Crest scoreboard. We'll see if Endri Prifty can play a ball that'll result in his team's opening goal. Comes Prifty, short one to Maynard, read well by Atif Saeed. Nick can pace away. Still going is Atif Saeed away from Barnard. The running Saeed can going here. Ball played forward in front for Pablo. Looking to turn away from right, edge it forward, looking for Makuju. Getting across there, Safari Makuju still on the back heel. Cleverly done from Safari Makuju. Opens the scoring for AZZURI. Well done there from Safari Makuju. The awareness to see that that was his only option. Perhaps the Aces should have done a little bit better there in defence. Nevertheless, it's the goal. Opens the scoring. 19 minutes gone. It's AZZURI in the lead via Safari Makuju. Maina. Wider to right. McDowell. Back to right. Now Tan. Right. McDowell. Here is Barnard. Right. Put to ground. Referee says little emphatically. So free kick to Mindil. Now McDowell. Trying to force it wide to Tan, but Bakana was there. Now Mashamango. A lead they have to protect now. AZZURI. Cleverly done there from Matif Saeed, and spins away from another. Evading a couple challenges and going still. Mashamango. Wide to Bakana. Safari Makuju, strength to hold off Barnard, and unfortunately just mixed up his footing there as it goes out and behind for a goal kick. Quickly taking the goal kick. Here is Bird. Bird proceeds forward, and now still with possession. Not quite relinquishing the ball just yet. Across finds Mondol. Oh, an open space. Atif Saeed can pounce again. Another chance for AZZURI perhaps. Enters the box there. Atif Saeed. Cross comes inside, and the ball had gone out. Goal kick. Taken quickly by Mondol. Barnard. Advancing forward. Finds James Cameron. Touches it wide, and sloppy ball from James Cameron, has to be said. Saeed throws forward. And free kick to Mindil. Barnard. Mondol. Wider it's sent. Here for Bird. Back to Bird. Makuju goes to ground. Referee says free kick eventually. And so a win for either side would see them bounce back from a defeat. So unless both teams draw this, one of these teams will face back-to-back defeats, which is a very, very rare occurrence. Both teams used to notching victories and picking up points, as Navi sends a ball into the box. Wright's there as well as McDowell. Headed there, and throw in for AZZURI. Made sure just to concede the throw in and not the corner. Back to Saeed. And goal kick signaled there. About halfway through the first half, and it's just that Safari Makuju finish which is the difference at the moment. Barnard and the Aces with possession. Advancing forward. Looking for McDowell, but it's picked off by Mashamango. Chance to drive, thought about the pass, eventually gives it to Pablo. Perhaps Makuju was the better option. Pablo drives it across to Mashamango. Now Dylan Nabi, look to come past Tan. Still has possession for AZZURI. Looking for Mashamango. Bakana. Looking to drive inside. Go wide to Pablo. Ball across driven. Mashamango back to Nabi. As the shot that's blocked immediately by Aquara. Justin Pablo to James Carr. Now Callum Kerr. Nabi over the top and out wide. Finds Saeed in good space. Might look to drive past right. Instead cuts inside. Still with Adil Saeed. Makuju. Oh, skillfully done. Oh, heavy touch by the defender. Begged to be taken down, but unfortunately the goalkeeper gathers good passage of play for AZZURI. They're certainly pressing the issue to the Aces that even though they're one in front, they want some more. Right, inside for McDowell. Looking to go back to right, but that channel's cut off by Nabby, and now Kane McDowell still comes to right, steps on the ball, but keeps possession. Matthew Wright looks forward, signaling the run of Prifty, and Minucci's able to gather it and just hold on to possession for a second, I think. Not in too much of a rush. As now Kerr drives it wide. Bakana. And free kick is given. And yellow card will go out to Wright. So yellow card to Wright. So Pablo and Wright both on yellow cards now. Need to be ever presently careful of that as the ball's driven forward. Looking for Makuju. Barnard gets the header. Tiff Said and Prifty come together. Adil Said now. Gets down, keeps possession. And Cameron alive here, Acquira. As AZZURI conceding the throw. Right on the ball for the Aces. In for Clifford Maynard. Now Bird. Drives it wide. A Tiff Said picks it off. Can drive forward as well. Good cut off there. Had to be good by Bird. Now McDowell. Still with Kane McDowell. Oh, that's a deliberate shove at the ball, but play continues. Tiff Said. Back to Carr. Bakana. Possession conceded. Right to Cameron. Maynard to McDowell. Cameron. Looking to come past and momentarily cut out, but Cameron has possession again. And Pablo just allows it to come across. And concedes nothing there. Cleverly done there from Justin Pablo. Just a goal kick. Minucci drives this forward. Good kick from the goalkeeper. McDowell, Prifty, Israel Tan. Looking to come over the top for Prifty. Might sit. The offside flag rises. So that attack brought to an end by the offside flag. Carr looks to drive it forward. Backing into it, Mifsud gets the header in there and puts it out to touch. Pablo will come forward and take the throw. Searching down the line, looking for Said, and Mifsud arrives again, keeps it in this time for the moment. McDowell, Prifty, back further forward. James Carr arrives and just collects it for the throw. And throws inside. Callum Kerr. James Carr. Moves it wide. Adil Said will look to take this down. Matthew Wright coming up against him. Adil Said looks inside. No options just yet. Ashamango presents. Carefully won back there. Tan pressured as Callum Kerr, left-footed cross. Arrived was Bakana, but it was away by Bird. Now McDowell. Clifford Maynard appealing for the ball. Pumped further wide for Mifsud, but Atif Saeed does well. Comes away and looks to burst. But unfortunately for him, just runs out of space. Goal kick. I think that matchup will be one that they'll want to expose all night long. Atif Saeed against Matthew Mifsud. Certainly Atif Saeed with the pace to utilise past the experienced left back. Barnard looks down the line, and that one will drift all the way out past the line. So AZZURI throw. Thrown in by Saeed. Mashamango to Saeed. Tackle is good out there from Cameron. Throw to AZZURI. And now Bakana. They can profit away here. AZZURI with pace. Looking to pounce. Ball sent wide. Atif Saeed takes down in a bobble. Cross comes in. Back post. And Mondol makes a good leap to gather. Now right. Cameron presents wide, but Wright, you think, will just head down the centre. He does. McDowell, Tarn. Back to Wright. Wright looking inside. Ball pumped wide, and Israel Tarn keeps us alive. The Aces coming forward. Israel Tarn, lacrosse goal, and oh! I think it's gone in. It has. The Aces have stolen one. I think it's Israel Tarn's good work. And he kept it alive. He saw the hunger to keep that ball alive for his side and puts it across, and Andrew Prifty scores. And we've got a level game now. AZZURI perhaps should have been a little bit smarter with that ball there. And the Aces have made them pay. So Nabi's pass is picked off. Aquara looking to come away from the number 15. Fair challenge between two players. Nabi sends it forward. This might work out. Safari Makuju will take possession. Burst out wide as well. And he'll look to come past Right, but the flag goes up, indicating it is just a goal kick. Draw won't necessarily benefit either side. Certainly avoids defeat. Back-to-back losses, which would have been for one of these two teams. So sent wide there by Mondol. McDowell trying to keep it in, but it's just out of play for an AZZURI throw. Pablo to Pablo. Pablo back to Pablo. Gabe and Justin exchanging there. Brought to ground, free kick. So now Justin Pablo. Sends this one long. Headed over there by Wright. Atif Saeed will come across. Try and take it down the line. And unfortunately for him, it does run out of space. So, MINDIL throw. Mifsud throws it down. Aquara's touch, unfortunately, a little too heavy. Sees it come off the foot and out and behind. Shamango tackled there. Referee says MINDIL throw. taken there as Aquara comes away from Carr. Referee says play on, cross comes in, Cameron! And it's gone in. Goal's been given. And just like that, Mindil hit the front. Caught me off awares there. See if we can see what happened on the second look at that. Definitely Cameron goal, but sort of came out of nothing there, across by Aquara, and ended up in the back of the net. So 2-1 to Mindil. They've come from behind to take the lead. Approaching the 35th minute now. And the Aces have played the right hand at the moment. Down by 1. They've hit the front now. And towels are up as Prifty looks to come away from Pablo. Referee says nothing in it. Bacana to Pablo. Gonna come away from Prifty. Goes out of play. Will be a Mindil throw. Prifty searching for Aquara. He looked to get past Carr there, but just out of play for a goal kick. Goes short. James Carr takes possession. Less than 10 minutes of regulation time remain in this one of the first half, as Callum Kerr with possession assesses an option forward, perhaps reevaluates and goes across. James Carr cuts off by Cameron. Israel Tan will look to burst away. Here is Tan, gets down well. Dylan Nabi gets all ball there. Wonderful challenge as Pablo. He does slice it wide. Bacana still with possession, looking to proceed forward. And referee halts play. Israel Tan stays down. Slow to get back to his feet. Under the challenge of Dylan Nabi, but he's back to his feet now there. Israel Tan. So a Mindil ball it will remain. Bird, cut out by James Carr, just lifts one high. Kudju will look to assert himself. Bacana flicks it wide. Right, looks to go wide. Atif Said will try and keep it in. Elects just to leave it. Here's Tim's throw. It's thrown back to Said. The two brothers combined there, Atif and Adil. It's Atif on the ball now. Looks for an option, cuts in by Maynard. Handball, says the referee, so it will be a Mindil free kick. Goes wide to Mifsud. McDowell. Now Prifty. Aquara. James Carr gets involved and plays it out and behind. Andrew Prifty. Ball in hand. Throws back to Mifsud. Israel Tan. Carrying Bang, that one looks to go wide, headed up by Saeed. Right, contact down for Cameron, looking to flick it forward for Acquira, Callum Kerr. Now, Tiff Saeed burst away from Acquira. Still with a Tiff Saeed, comes inside away from right. Dinks it over the top, looking for Makuju, who'll arrive thick and fast, but Mondol was out to collect. Barnard to McDowell. Spins away from Tan and Dylan Nabby. Back to Callum Kerr. Now, James Carr. And Justin Pablo's attempt forward, headed by Andrew Prifty, and puts it out behind for a throw. So Pablo, headed out by Prifty now. Masha Mango. Across here for Callum Kerr. Now Saeed looked for Pablo. Barnard to Cameron. Inside for Barnard. Clifford Maynard. Now Kane McDowell. Clifford Maynard. Cameron. Back to Maynard. Dinks it over the top, looking for Israel Tan, and unfortunately for him, won't quite keep it alive. I believe out for a throw on this wide side, unless it did go behind, so throw in. Less than 5 minutes of regulation time to go. Slender lead, but it's a lead that they've had to earn from behind the Aces, cancelling out Makuju's early goal. So Callum Kerr proceeds long. Right, rises with the header. Makuju traps it underneath. Look to get in front of McDowell. Bird, Prifty, comes inside to the centre. Lofts the ball wide, looking for Cameron here. Flag stays down, Cameron cuts inside on his left. Looks for the pass of Acquira. Perhaps should have had an attempt at goal. As McDowell heads to right, takes a touch in front, has a shot, and well, that one's very wide and very high. Out of play just for a goal kick. Carr looks down the line, a little too wide. Mendel throw. Running forward with the ball there, Mifsud. To take this one down the line. Acquira looking to come onto the end of it. Justin Pablo inside for Masha Mango, tackled by McDowell. Tan goes to ground, and now Vakana looks forward for Safari Makuju. Stays alive. Delayed his pass slightly, allowed Barnard to get into position. Now goes forward. Headed in by Prifty, and Manucci's able to arrive. Shamango. Here is Makuju. Makuju skips past a couple, has a shot, and Mondol forced to make a good save. Goes out behind. Corner kick to come. Corner kick coming up for AZZURI. late on here. Coming in with good height. Rising above. Referee says play on. Comes out to Adil Saeed. Going to come past Tan. Callum Kerr scurries across. Keeps it away from Prifty. Asham Mango. Brings the ball back off Prifty. Ball comes inside and trail all the way for goal kick. Of course, at this stage, many thanks to Diamond Barbers. 4 locations across the territory. Parat, Bella Darwin, CBD and Coolalinga. Book now in 2023 and stay fresh with Diamond Barbers. Ward Keller, experts in family and criminal law as well as domestic violence, and you can reach them on 1-800-978-360. That's 1-800-978-360. Steel Line NTF, Steel Line service over and above an NTF, your local construction supplier. As we've got only seconds remaining of regulation time here. Tiff Said proceeding down the line, tackled and goes out of play for a throw. So AZZURI perhaps one of the last chances of this first half. Referee has a gaze at the watch as AZZURI proceed forward. Tiff Said there, throws inside. Now Cameron, back to right, moves it forward. Acquire looking at lure in Kerr. Good play there. The referee says free kick. Right, goes back to Barnard. Now here is possession with Bird. Now Tan looking to continue and it goes out of play. So possibly a late chance for the Aces to add a third. And the referee says they took a little too long, so half-time is the signal. And a bit of some protests from the Aces players. They had the ball in their possession, and the referee says half-time. So the Aces will carry into the sheds a 2-1 advantage, cancelling out the opening goal from Safari Mukuju. Found finishes from Andrew Prifty and James Cameron. So the Aces will head into the half, 2-1 in the lead. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Moments away from the second half getting kicked off and underway. It is currently a 2-1 lead courtesy of the Mindil Aces, coming back from behind to earn that position. An early Safari Makuju goal cancelled out by goals for the Aces, Andrew Prifty and James Cameron. So a lot has been written so far in this story. We'll see what chapters are still to be written. Will be the Aces to defend this lead, and AZZURI to get us kicked off. And so Safari Makuju with the kickoff. AZZURI will go left to right to start the second half. And they are a goal down. We'll see if they can atone for this. And off we go for the second half. AZZURI get it kicked off. Nabi back to James Carr, now Mashamango. Justin Pablo look to come away from Henry Prifty. Brought to ground, referee says play on. Looking wide for Israel Tan. Bringing out wide. And forces the corner. So, corner kick, I think, the signal. Oh no, throw in. Referee says throw. And it's done so. Carr looking to get a header. Kerr with the clearance. Safari Makuju looking to turn away from Barnard. Right's there for the Aces. Now it's Bird. Looks centrally for McDowell. Run being made by Cameron. Cut off there by Callum Kerr. Right. He's just able to marshal it wide. Out of play. Mindil throw. A minute and a half expired here in this second half. Cameron over the top. Down with the touch. James Carr forward. Makuju takes possession down. Now Mashamango. Nabi. Close quarters. All winning there by the Aces. Tan looks to go forward. Acquira gets the right side of Adil Saeed. Comes back, but Mashamango cuts it off. Now McDowell. Ball wide for Andrew Prifty. Cross looks inside and Manucci's able to gather. Israel Tan stays to ground. Battered and bruised. Second heavy challenge received. So we'll see if he's okay. Israel Tan. Solid contributor this evening. That blistering run out wide in the first half, which was put across for the goal by Andrew Prifty. He's a very reliable ball carrier as well. So, looks in a bit of discomfort. So perhaps his evening is over. Of course, currently with his coach, Daniel McCormick there. See if this is indeed the end of proceedings for Israel Tan. For the moment, AZZURI will continue with the ball. Drop ball here for Minucci. Rolled out here for Callum Kerr. Now James Carr. Advancing forward, James Carr with possession. Heeds down the line looking for Pablo, but Nifsud will just be able to keep this going out for his throw. Mindil throw. Bird. Hoofs it long. Callum Kerr unattended for the moment. Gets to it, heads it in front of Aquara and keeps it in his possession. Bacana. Carr. Justin Pablo. Now Gabe Pablo, but the free kick conceded by the Aces. So AZZURI free kick. Pablo takes quickly across to Mashamango. Now Said. Ball forward, looking for the pace of Makuju. Block there by Barnard. Still alive. Wright gets it further forward. And eventually out of play once again. AZZURI throw. Played 5.5 minutes of this second half. Thrown in there. Now by Barnard. Dylan Nabi. Turning away and in on the ball. Nabi. Here is Pablo. Looking to turn Pablo. Looks for Makuju. Still with Makuju. Opportunity here. Safari Makuju entering the box. A couple Aces around him. Still with Safari Makuju. He launches one and launched well wide as far as his standards are concerned. It's just a goal kick. Ball with Bird here. Take this goal kick and he sends it long. James Carr. McDowell back the other way. Cameron looking to get to the end of this. Callum Kerr, cleverly done. Deflected in off Aquara. Oh, not able to trap it down the Aces forward. Mashamango tries to dispossess. McDowell looks further wide, can't quite get it to Prifty. Bacana, Justin Pablo. Just tries to get it out there, but it's with Maynard. And the Aces again. Bird. Now Barnard. Over the top, searching ball. Pablo away. Bacana looks to send it forward. Bird looking to pace away. Pablo's in the way there. Dylan Nabi. Cameron as well. Justin Pablo. Tan steals it for the Aces. Now Prifty. Flag rises. And offside is the signal. Carr sends it long. Barnard there with Makuju. Dylan Nabi sends it to Adil Said. Now here comes Makuju. Chance to drive inside. Bacana strikes. Falls over in the end. Tiff Said. Adil Said making the wide run. And Cameron keeps it alive. Tiff Said will do the same. Cross look to come in for AZZURI. Rising there, Pablo. Ooh, right, gets the header out. Prifty further out. And a free kick against AZZURI. I think a card will be out here as well. Yellow card shown to, I think, Sims and Masha Mango. Thomas Bird. Sends this forward. Quara looks to get a header to it. Carr underneath. Sends it wide, James Carr. Looking for Bakana, but a little too narrow now. Goes out of play for a MINDIL throw. Mifsud. Thomas Bird. Played 10 minutes this second half. Coach there, Lee Addison, will want better from his AZZURI team. Of course, we know they can score. All they need is a gilt-edged opportunity. Perhaps scores might be level. McDowell looking for Mifsud. Deflected off by Bakana. Carr sends it forward. Maynard traps it down. Pablo trying to dispossess Maynard. Does well. Clifford Maynard just to hold his ground and receive the free kick. Delivering just enough contact from Safari Makuju. Now Bird. Forward he goes. Prifty heads back inside. Carr and Aquara duel there. James Carr. Outside of the foot flick forward, but Wright's there instead for the Aces. Tarns in the centre. Can get to him. Pablo heads. Kana headed backwards. And free kick against Prifty. Carr. Nabi. Back to Callum Kerr. James Carr. Bakana. Pablo looks wide, unfortunately. I think Justin Pablo will be able to get to that. Bird. Sends this long, looking for an option. Quire in the back of Carr there. Carr keeps it alive, sends it forward. Gabe Pablo. Bakana. Inside looking for an option. Nabi might present. Nabi does receive. Nabi goes forward. Makuju. And Mondol gets to the ball. Barnard. Matthew Wright. Inside for James Cameron. Israel Tarn turns with possession and goes forward. Prifty sends this one further than that. Aquara running hard to keep it inside. Cross comes in, but cross is very wide. Goal kick the signal. No substitutions used yet by either side as we approach the 60th minute mark. Who will blink first in this second half? Carr. Pablo. To Minucci. Callum Kerr. Allows it to roll for James Carr. Ball forward. Looking for Makuchi, but Bird puts it away. Here's Cameron. Shamango tracking. Now Barnard. Clifford Maynard. Right. Israel Tan. Right, continues his run. Heavy pass for McDowell, but he traps it well. Israel Tan. McDowell spins away from a couple and a third. James Carr heads away. Tiff Saeed. Now Hashim Mango. Bakana. Turns away with possession. Heads wide, looking for an option. Pablo will get to this ball. It'll sit well for the midfielder. Trying to come away from Maynard. Put to ground. Referee says play on. Maynard goes down the line. Bakana with the cross. Might bounce awkwardly. It does. Tiff Saeed's at the back post. Might come away from Cameron. A Tiff Saeed still away from right. Here is Masham Mango looking to come away from McDowell. Still with Masham Mango. Passes on. It finds Bakana. Looking to enter towards the box. Humbleman Bakana. Cross does come in. Clifford Maynard in the way. Now Israel Tan for the Aces. That's a roll for Andre Prifty. And Justin Pablo puts in a challenge. Sees possession conceded still. But it's just a throw. Favour of the Aces. Tan. Back to Prifty. Callum Kerr heading underneath it. Israel Tan heads as well. Goes out of play though. Be a AZZURI throw. Pablo. Shamango. Hurls it forward. Bird. Gets it forward away from Makuju, but Bakana's there. Still with Humbleman Bakana. And free kick conceded by Mifsud, I think, there. Out wide, so chance for AZZURI to put a ball into the box. This wide area. So free kick to AZZURI here. Yellow card to Mifsud. Some protesting going on there. So free kick to strike. So opportunity here for AZZURI. Makuju's ball dangerously into the box. Arriving is Nabi and so is Prifty. James Carr drives and he drives well wide. Out of play for a goal kick. Forward by Bird. Less than half an hour remains as ball spills out into an open area. Maynard. Pablo does well. It's passed behind Adil Saeed. He'll get along to the ball. Pablo. Mashamango. Looking here for an option. Justin Pablo will present. We'll get across and keep this alive. And doesn't quite keep it alive. Should have done a little bit better there. The AZZURI player. Nifsed with the throw. Drifty. Looking for Acquire. Can't get away from Callum Kerr. And free kick conceded. Yellow card goes to Callum Kerr. So opportunity here for Mindil to add a third goal. And considering the flow of this second half, would really guide them towards 3 points this evening. Ball comes in, and it'll go behind. Corner kick. Opportunity now via this ulterior set piece for Mindil to get their third. In comes the ball. Mayner's delivery. Awfully tight. It's a little too tight. Hugging the sideline and out of play for a goal kick. Of course, big occasion tomorrow. Taking place the Women's Premier League match between Hellenic Athletic Club and Casuarina Football Club. It's awareness of breast screen NT. Be a important match tomorrow to raise awareness. As the throw comes in quickly for AZZURI, Bakana's cross headed in there by Saeed. Mashamango, chance to keep this alive. Outside of the foot pass, looking for Pablo. Options required. Saeed presents one. Come away from Cameron. Still with Adil Saeed. Now Dylan Nabi. Carefully done, but McDowell comes away. Dylan Nabi tries to put him off course. Referee says play on. Headed up into the air by Cameron. Makuju right there as well. Be a AZZURI throw. And so, as I mentioned, that match will be played in front of a large crowd, of course. There will be a initiative to spread far and wide. As now, oh, tackle there. Referee says free kick. So Ace's ball to defend. It's an AZZURI free kick. Opportunity to get this ball into the box. Here we are. Callum Kerr, delivery, back post is too hard and a little too deep, so won't quite pose any threat. Stick goal kick. So you'll see the Hellenic Athletic Club Women's Premier League team decked out in pink and blue tomorrow. It's all raising awareness for breast screen NT. Raising awareness. Breast cancer in women. So huge occasion, encouraging all to attend tomorrow from 6 p.m. Of course, they'll be here from 4 p.m. until 8. As AZZURI coming forward with another attack. Makuju driving in. Shot comes on. Atif Saeed blazes it over. Chance that just required finesse. Instead, it delivered ferocity. Golden opportunity for AZZURI to get back there. You'll see on the replay, Makuju with a strike, and Atif Saeed didn't quite capture it on camera there, but it goes over. Mifsud given away here. Pablo, ball forward to Gabe Pablo. Now Atif Saeed, chance to advance forward again. Atif Saeed's cross, looking for Makuju. Oh, and it's blazed wide by Pablo. Another opportunity for AZZURI. Golden opportunity for Pablo. Blazed it. Just like Atif Saeed needed to finesse. That might have been ended up in the back of the net. So Bird now with this one. Sends it forward. Header underneath it. Acquire wide. Now Adil Saeed. Heavy running by Safari Makuju. Going to keep it alive away from Barnard, and corner kick conceded. So chance for AZZURI here. And they finally draw level. Have had a fair number of chances in the last couple of minutes. In by Bakana, it's high and it's lofted. Headed out there for the moment. Callum Kerr strikes. And that goes all the way out of play for a goal kick. So it'll be both the Women's Premier League and Premier League reserves for the ladies. They'll be wearing those specially designed pink kits for the breast cancer awareness round, which will be against Casuarina. And as I mentioned, breast screen NT, sorry, will be on hand tomorrow from 4 till 8. Giving free scans to anyone aged between 50 and 74. And really requiring as many fans as possible to come on in and watch a great match of football between two rivals. Andrew Prifty going to come away from Pablo, and that one looked to get deflected. Perhaps an aces throw given. Mifsud throwing down the line. And free kick conceded by Acquira. So free kick in defence for AZZURI. James Carr sends this one long. Turning on the ball now, Atif Saeed looked to burst away from Tan. Referee says free kick. And not a card. His cross. Looking for Carr. Gets the header to it, but just out of play for goal kick. So substitution for Mindil to take place, possibly after this passage of play. Mondol. Bird. Looking wide for Prifty. Acquira can get the header to it. Callum Kerr. Minucci. Sends it wide. Saeed looking to get it forward, blocked off, but Ashamango on the second ball. Mifsud forward. Prifty. It's possession come to him, but the tackle's made. Kerr. Maynard picks it off. Now Prifty. Pablo gets involved as well. Now Saeed goes forward, looking for Makuju. Going to come away from Bird. Referee says play on. Bird back the other way. Now Acquira. Still with Acquira. Now Cameron. Maynard. Bird. Tan. Bird. Over the top. James Carr with the clearance. And that one will go out of play. So, Mindil substitution. So, substituting replacement. Matthew Mifsud to come from the field, and he's going to be replaced by Ioannis Kaisalis. So, Mifsud off, Kaisalis on. Last 15 minutes of play. Pablo's throw-in. Tan there. And he goes to ground. Free kick. Bird proceeds forward, looking for Acquira. Carr couldn't quite get the header. Kerr tried to. Acquira's trying to strike from distance. Shamango turning away from danger, but Acquira picks his pocket. Cross comes in. Cameron takes the touch. Gonna lay it back for a strike from right. Oh, and he spilled it, Minucci, but the offside flag rises. Finish that won't count. Strike there from right. Perhaps Acquira was a little too far forward. Perhaps anticipating the spill from Minucci. Thankful for the AZZURI goalkeeper that Acquira remained in an offside position. So, Ashamango coming forward, ball over the top, looking for Safari Makuju. Just not able to keep it alive. A little frustrated, the AZZURI attacker, starved of clear-cut opportunities. One of those players where you need to feed him a fair few chances, but he'll put a couple away. Right, this throw in for the Aces in their defence. Back to Barnard. Sent forward. Now Tan. Gets it back to Cameron. Now right. Going to come away from Saeed. Callum Kerr sends it forward. And offside flag rises against Makuju. So perhaps AZZURI will be wanting to head to their reinforcements. Got a fair few waiting to come on. Unused yet. Now Barnard sends this one long, looking for Acquira. Not quite four. Callum Kerr, second attempt. Stolen away from Prifty. Advancing forward with possession. Can he get the cross in? No. Goes out of play. Behind for a corner. Potentially opportunity to add the third and really put this game to bed. Corner sent inside, looking for an option. Four to right, left-footed strike, and goes over and behind for a goal kick. So Dylan Nabby. Dylan Nabby and Gabriel Pablo coming off for AZZURI. They'll be replaced by Espamu Shigeru and Wild Jock. James Carr. Free kick for AZZURI. And substitution for Mindil. So Kane McDowell to come from the field. He'll be replaced by Onderswald. Carter sent this forward, looking for a teammate. Wild Jock trying to get involved. Given away by Kai Salas. Makuju looking to come away from Vold. Ball wide, potentially finds Said. Wold gets a tackle in, Maynor away. Prifty looking to turn on Pablo. Carr the other way. Wild Jock trying to run in, and Bird clears emphatically. AZZURI throw. Down the line for Makuju, looking to come away from Bird. Pokes it out into touch. Yay. AZZURI throw in. Pablo throws inside. James Carr with a strike. Off the shoulder, deflection, right, gets it away, and Barnard puts it out. Corner kick to come. So with less than 10 minutes to go, or just about 10 with additional time, AZZURI have a corner. Be hoping to change the tide of this game. In comes Atif Said. Strong header out. Callum Kerr with a header again. Bakana trying to come past Tan and goes out of play. Pablo. And out of play for a Mindil throw-in. So substitution for Mindil. Israel Tan will be the player to be removed. And replacing him is going to be Armand Dani. by Kai Salas. Darnie brings it down. Wald is moved aside. Bakana looking down the line. And as Vold comes inside, finds Clifford Maynard. Referee says free kick. To be taken by Bird. Going forward looking for Cameron. Ball Jock. Tiff Saeed trying to get away his right. Shamango still bursting away and cutting inside. Back to Callum Kerr. Andrew Prifty gives possession away. Wal Jock. Tiff Saeed trying to pace away. Let's go all the way back to Mondol. Mondol chips forward. Kai Salas can't quite keep it in. Throw in. Pablo looking for a quick throw in. Substitution to take place for AZZURI. So Justin Pablo comes from the field and Andreas Dorigo comes on. Dorigo throws in for Bakana. Now Wald Jock trying to come away from Vold and a play for the goal kick. Chance for this Mindil substitution. So James Cameron, the man to come from the field. Yellow card shown to James Cameron as he comes from the field. Taking his sweet time to remove himself from the pitch as he's replaced now by Eamon Kelly. Thomas Bird sends this one forward. James Carr underneath while Jock trying to get involved. Maynard deflecting off Vold and cleared up into the air by Prifty. Eamon Kelly's a pacey customer. He'll take this down and look to come away from Saeed. Kelly's pass, looking for Aquara. Looking to come away from Callum Kerr. Still with Uche Aquara. Outside of the football for Ioannis Kaisalis. Traps it down. Crosses inside. Darnie with the header. Oh, and it's gone all the way in. Armand Darnie with the header. Kaisalis with the assist. And that adds the safety that the Aces were looking for. You'll see this ball being brought across here by Kaisalis, who traps it down very well. And the header comes in, headed by Armand Darnie. And Manucci, no chance. Catches it inside his own net. So a third for the Aces. And a substitution for AZZURI. Shamango off, replaced by Jeremiah Waters-White. Yellow card shown to Waljock. Kick-off taken. Yeah, a couple minutes remaining. Callum Kerr. Now Waljock keeps it alive for the moment, but it goes out of play. Throw into Mindil. So this victory will take the Aces to 21 points, only 2 points behind Hellenic. Of course, they're in action tomorrow night against the Darwin Hearts. AZZURI FC stay stranded on 15. As now Wright comes forward. Ball looking for Dani. This might stay alive. Uche Aquara. Flag stays down. Bacana puts it back to Minucci. Minucci hoofs it up into the air. Bacana puts it out into touch. Throwing for Mindil. A couple of seconds remain of regulation time. Can the Aces add another? Inflict more pain on these AZZURI. Have come back from 1-0 down, so it's a comeback victory for the Aces. Vold getting across field. Matthew Wright from distance. Might fancy it. From under off balance, but possession continues. James Carr looking wide. Wold Jock will make the run. Looking to pace his way forward. Still with Wold Jock. Nice challenge by Bird. Impedes the run of Jock. Down the line, Bird. Kelly looking to get it through the legs of Waters White, but Waters White does well. Ball forward for Jock. Now Safari Makuju. Jock. Tackled. Referee says play on. Saeed. Advancing forward still. Dil Saeed. And all the way out of play. Referee has a check of the watches. I don't think there was too many stoppages apart from the substitutions, so it's just a minute or two extra to play. Barnard sends it forward. Prifty looking for Aquara. And the offside flag rises. Carr going forward. Sends it wide. Saeed, heavy touch. Wright comes away. Cut out by Carr. Here's Dorigo. Picked off there, but Jeff Saeed can come across and receive. Possession with Mushigero now. Ball forward for Jock. Takes it down. Flag stays down as well. Anders Wold. Ball back here for Kaisalis. Wide for Dani. Now Ioannis Kaisalis. Bird. Cross for Barnard. Here is Eamon Kelly. Now Maynard. Anders Wold. Maynard. Wold. Cross for Prifty. Kelly. Still with Eamon Kelly. Off by Carr. Referees having a glance at the watch again. Don't think there's too long left to go. So Tiff Saeed comes from the field, replaced by Dennis Samoa. Maynard. Anders Wold. Prifty. Back to Matthew Wright. Looks for Aquara. Out of play for an AZZURI throw-in. So you'd think only seconds remain from this position. More than deserved of 3 points at the end of the night. The Aces. Mushigero. Mindil throw. Maynard. Kaisalis. Ball forward looking for an option, but Nucci gets to it. And that brings us to the end of 90 minutes and plus a bit. It is a 3-1 victory for the Aces, a come-from-behind victory. After a Safari Makuji goal put them in front, it was 3 goals by Endri Prifty, James Cameron and Armandani at the end to see the Aces home 3 points. The Aces closing the lead to Hellenic at the top of the table. AZZURI stuck on 15. And so a frustrating night at the end of it for the AZZURI. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we have more action coming from the Men's Premier League. Port Darwin play Darwin Olympic at 4 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, don't forget, it's Hellenic Athletic Club against Casuarina in the breast screen NT awareness round. It's going to be a massive occasion, encouraging everyone to come down for that one, followed by Hellenic Athletic Club Men's Premier League against Darwin Hearts. My name's been George Scoufezis, and have a safe and enjoyable rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow at 4.